Hey everyone, this is Renee Frey from Talent Q, and you're listening to the Conscious Professional Podcast. More people than ever want to be happy in their career and personal life, but they're going about it all wrong. I'm here to set the record straight and emphasize the importance of prioritizing your mindset. I'm thrilled you're here. We're starting fast and furious, and I'm dishing out the 5 resume hacks right now. Keep it to one page, have a sexy summary, use clear formatting, highlight accomplishments, and don't include personal info, including photos. By implementing these 5 hacks, you'll dramatically increase your chances of getting interviews and breaking free from the online application black hole. So let's dive deeper into each one. Resume hack number 1, keep it to one page. No matter how many years of experience you have, one page is the goal. I know you might be thinking, but Renee, I have 20 years of experience. How can I possibly fit that into one page? Here's how. You focus on the last 5 years of your experience, only going back a total of 10 years. Hiring managers don't care what you did 15 years ago. Cut out unnecessary details. Less is more. The last thing hiring leaders want to see is irrelevant information on a resume. And let's be real. Do you even remember exactly what you were doing 11 years ago? Neither do hiring managers. A one-page resume shows that you know how to communicate concisely, how to highlight the most relevant information. And you understand what skills are going to transfer to that role you're after. If your resume is too long, 2, 3, 4 pages, the person on the other side gets bored immediately and assumes you're too verbose. You don't know how to disseminate information or how to focus on what's important, and into the trash bin your resume goes. After working behind the scenes hiring at Target Corporation as an executive recruiter, I know exactly what needs to be on your resume to stand out amongst those sea of other candidates. So many people think the more information they put on their resumes, the better. They want to make sure they don't leave anything out. This is not how it works. Just as much as people hate updating and writing their resumes, hiring leaders hate reading them as well. A resume is a short commercial about yourself. It's your ticket to landing an interview. That's it. No matter how many years of experience you have or what level you're at in your career, you gotta keep it to one page. And I'm sure this made some of you gasp with shock. Less truly is more. When your resume is one page and your information and bullet points are succinct and well written, the person reading it sees that you know the relevant information to showcase and that you are concise with your communication. If your resume is 2, 3, 4 pages, it's overwhelming. And guess what? You go straight into the trash bin and receive a thanks but no thanks rejection email. Resume hack number 2, have a sexy summary. Let me share a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes with your resume after you apply for a job online and why this hack is so crucial. You apply to a job posting online, you complete the application, you upload and attach your resume, and off it goes into the black hole. I'm sure you've noticed it feels like one. Then it's like crickets. You hear nothing. Days go by, maybe weeks, and you're left wondering, did they even get my application? Eventually, you might get an automated response saying, thanks for applying, we're reviewing your application. Or you might get the dreaded thanks but no thanks rejection email. I call it the black hole because your resume is in la la land and you have no idea what's going on, if they're interested or not, and you have zero idea what's happening behind the scenes. What truly happens is your resume goes into an ATS, an applicant tracking system. And from there, fancy AI scans your resume against the job description and determines if you're going to be put into the pool of applicants for someone to review, or if you'll be put directly into the recycle bin and sent a rejection email. If your resume succeeds in landing in the applicant pool, you now sit and wait for a recruiter, HR person, or hiring leader to review your resume and application. This is where it gets really interesting. Studies have shown when a recruiter looks at your resume, they are only looking at the top quarter of your resume. And in 7 seconds, they make a determination if they're going to read more of your resume or if you go into the recycle bin. 7 seconds. That's all the time you get to make a first impression. You know what that means. You need one hell of a hook to capture that reader's attention and make them want to read more of your resume. I'm sure you're all familiar with resumes. What's at the very top? Yeah, name and contact info. Gone are the days of having an objective. That is so old school. So what comes after your name and contact info? To hook them in. A summary. A professional summary is the most important piece on your resume. You got to make it the sexiest summary anyone has ever read. When I was at Target, I had some jobs with over 500 applicants to review. Looking at resumes for 7 seconds is 100% the truth. There were times when I looked at a resume for even less time, especially when a customer service rep applied for a merchandising job. That took me about 2 seconds to decide. Think of your summary as your elevator pitch. If a recruiter only reads this section, they should instantly know what you bring to the table. So what needs to be included in a summary? A summary is a few sentences highlighting key selling points about your background, giving a quick synopsis of your characteristics. This is the first thing that they're going to read about you, the most important section on your resume. Remember the 7-second rule. Resume hack number 3, use boring, simple formatting. If your resume is cluttered or overloaded with fancy designs, recruiters and hiring leaders won't bother reading it. One of my biggest pet peeves? Columns, graphics, and overly designed layouts. They might look cool, but they make your resume harder to read and can even mess up how it's processed in applicant tracking systems. Instead, focus on clean, boring, professional formatting that makes your information easy to scan through. Use clear section headers so your education, work experience, and job titles are instantly visible. Stick to one font. No mix and match styles. Keep spacing and bullet points and alignment consistent for a polished look. Triple check for spelling, grammar, and formatting errors. I see resumes all the time with mismatched fonts, uneven spacing, and scattered sections. Guess where that one goes? Straight to the trash bin. Keep it boring, easy and clear, and simple to read. And if you're not sure how to format your resume the right way, I've got you covered. I have 2 easy-to-use resume templates designed specifically to help you nail the perfect layout. These templates are clean, simple, and recruiter approved, so you don't have to waste your time guessing what works. So check the show notes for my website where you can grab these templates. Resume hack number 4. Highlight your accomplishments, not duties. Let's talk about how to describe the work you have done. Hiring managers don't care about what you're supposed to do. They care about what impact you made. I see so many people who have fluffy, subjective bullet points on their resumes, highlighting their job duties and responsibilities versus having objective bullet points with actual results they have achieved. Replace specific job duties with specific quantifiable accomplishments. Use numbers and percentages to show impact. Use concise bullet points. Think short, impactful statements. When describing what you've done at each company that you've worked for, your information has to be objective. Think about when you made the company money, saved the company money, or significantly improved processes. That's what's got to be on your resume. If you're in a role where you're managing people, where you have direct reports and a team of people who report up to you, this has got to be your first bullet point. The size of team you have, detailing how many direct reports, and your total team size. Also, if you've managed a budget or have P&L responsibility, that should be one of your first bullets too. After that, your bullet points should cascade down in order of most important and highest in scope to least important. Resume hack number 5. Do not include any personal information or photos, including details like hobbies or marital status, because they can get your resume rejected immediately. Keeping your resume to professional information that only includes skills, experience, and education. What can you possibly do for a company if you're a marathon runner or love to crochet? People don't care. Sure, they will care. Once they get to know you and you go work for them, they'll get to know all about you personally, your family, and your hobbies. But when it comes to your resume, keep it off of there. And for goodness sakes, keep your photos off of your resume. If you have a photo on your resume, it will immediately go to the recycle bin. Why? Because companies could discriminate based on your photo. If a job application allows you to apply with your LinkedIn profile, notice how LinkedIn automatically removes your profile picture before submitting it. This is intentional. And there you have it. 5 game-changing resume hacks that will help you stand out, grab attention, and actually land interviews. No more sending out dozens of applications with zero response. When you implement these strategies, hiring leaders will take notice and you'll be one step closer to landing the job you deserve. Remember, your resume is your golden ticket. It's not about listing everything that you've ever done, but about showcasing the right information in the right way. So take action, update that resume, and you'll start seeing results. You got this. So the key points from today's episode are: keep your resume to 1 page. Have a sexy summary. Use boring formatting. Highlight accomplishments. Don't include personal info or photos. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Share this episode with someone you love and go make one change to be better than you were yesterday. Live your life with intention. I believe in you. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible. So if you would, please hit the follow button so we can grow our community of conscious professionals. Whether you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can find the button at the top of the page. See you next week, everyone. Cheers.